Thank you, Nancy. Hi. Some of you may have heard me yesterday. I'm speaking for the second time today. It's about the same topic. I work for this institute, which is one of Whirlpool's social action in Brazil, and it's called Consulado da Mulher, which in English is the Women's Consulate. So I don't know how many of you know the situation in Brazil, but only between 2014 and 2017, the number of nano and micro entrepreneurs has grown 800% in the country, and that was in a recent study by UN Women. Because being an entrepreneur or starting a business out of something you already know how to do, so I know how to cook something and I'm going to sell whatever I know how to cook, is an alternative way of generating income for women who don't have much education and much access to the formal job market. And it's also a way out of dependency, so depending on husbands, on fathers, or even on government programs. The only problem is about 40% of all small businesses that start in Brazil shut down within 2 years. And knowing that and not wanting that to happen to these women, we at Consulado da Mulher went out and talked to them for about a year to understand what is it that they needed to know or learn in order to keep the business going and growing. And with their answer, we created a methodology that has 3 simple things. The first thing is we talk to them about personal initiatives. So how they lose fear and insecurity of talking to people, selling their products, and how to build self-esteem and things that are intrinsic to them. And the second thing is we teach them simplified business admin, so they will learn how to put price on the product, how to do marketing or cash flow, but all of this in a way that it's fun and it's easy to do. They don't have to learn names or anything. They can do it in a piece of paper, computer, app, or any other creative way. And we invest small amounts of money on their businesses. And when I say small, it's because it's really small. It's up to $500, but always with a counterpart from the entrepreneurs. So we're going to invest 3/4 of whatever machinery they need to buy, but they have to save for the other 1/3. And it's a way that they learn how to start planning, how to save money, and to engage in whatever they need for their businesses. Our results so far have been really amazing. Opposed to the 40% overall number of businesses that shut down within 2 years, ours is like 6.5% with the women that we've been supporting. They've had 64% increase in income, 50% increase in revenue, and an overall 15% increase in every other qualitative results, and that means citizenship and rights, autonomy, self-esteem. We measure all of that through a questionnaire, or several questionnaires. And I brought you a case. This is Arlene. Arlene sells breakfast food in the streets of Manaus. Manaus is in the Amazon region of Brazil. She has had incredible results financially. So you can see 55% increase in revenue, 65% increase in income. But to her, what's really good and really empowering is that she could bring her older daughter to work with her because now she makes more money. And she was able to stop selling out of a table in the street, and she was able to build her own cafe. So what you can see in the picture is what she's still building it, but it's up. There's wall and ceiling already. And she can now pay for her son's private education, which was her dream. And she's told me, I have my husband, I love him, but I don't need him anymore to sustain my family. So this is what makes her happy. It's very little time to tell you everything about the methodology, so I'm going to leave you my email address. And it's important to say that we have it all written down, and it's public. It's there for anyone who wants to use. And if you want to email me, we can talk more, and I can tell you more about the methodology and how you can use it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica, for that description of the amazing training and effort that you're doing. And now I'm supposed to ask each of our speakers, given that you've been here for 3 days or 4 days, how are you going to use your power now going forward?
Well, I tend to say that at Consulado da Mulher, we don't do things by ourselves. So I think we're going to keep using our power as a team to keep listening. You know, it's more our ear than our voice. Keep listening to what these women need and want and what's not out there for them and what we can provide so they can keep going forward and growing and being more independent than ever.
Okay, so using the very important thing that we've all learned here and that we're doing is you're co-creating your program. You're engaging the women along the way and making sure that you're adding in any changes or any new features that they would need.
Exactly. Everything we have was based on what they told us. So I didn't say that, but like everything we do is very hands-on because that's how they told us they learn best instead of like an educational setting. So everything is based on what they tell us they want to do. So.
Okay, so thank you very much and keep up this amazing results.
Thank you.